You're listening to Radio Cosmos.
All night long.
Bravo!
My compliments, little lady.
Commercial!
Break for 30 seconds.
You're now listening to BaaD Radio.
Hello and welcome to BaaD Radio. BaaD stands for Business at a Distance. This is a show about local businesses and business networking. We are here in the News Radio WFLA Orlando studios from 11 a.m. to noon every Sunday, and I am your gracious host, Angela Smarito. And before I jump into the show, I want to give a shout out to some of our show sponsors, because without them, we would not be here today. First off is Forge IT Consulting, providing a fully outsourced IT department with a personal touch for small business. And also a big thank you to Osteopathic Health of Orlando. They offer integrative medicine and regenerative medicine and so much more. Visit osteopathic.healthcare. All right, so we have a special guest today. His name is Thommy Sandvick, and he is with Upgrade Coaching. Please welcome Thommy to the studio.
I love it.
So, Thommy and I told him I was going to tell this story. Thommy and I have been running in the same circles, in the networking circles, for probably like a decade or something. And so, we've said hi to each other. We've had brief conversations, but not until last week did we actually schedule one-to-one, and I got to learn what he does. He got to learn a little bit about me, and it was so way overdue.
Long overdue, definitely.
But I think that you did approach me at BNI, and he joined my BNI chapter, and that's really what triggered the whole thing. Is he's like, "And it's time." I'm like, "You're right, it is." So we had a one-to-one that was like scheduled for a half hour, and we ended up talking for 2 hours.
Yeah, tends to be the way of things when you have that many years built up.
Right.
That's for sure.
But I mean, I think that you and I are cut from some of the same material, and that like I thrive off of people that have passion, and you have passion, and you have passion in the projects that you do. So let's just, before we like jump into all that, why don't you give the audience kind of a rundown on what you actually do for a living?
Yeah. So simply put, I coach people on how to build a business that is aligned with who they are.
Okay.
That's really the core foundation of it. To get there, we focus on referrals, on helping people build a business by referral with love, generosity, and appreciation.
Okay.
And so that's the foundation of how I coach people. That's hosting events, it's networking, and then it's also habits and building practices for consistency.
Right. And so you have a project, and then you be with people, and you train them. I know several people that have utilized you and their business. Terry Mandigo, her business is just flying. Like that woman's making money hand over foot. and she's just as cute as could be too. She's so friendly. I love Terry Mandigo.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
All right, so that's a core, but then you also kind of dabble in a lot. You mentioned events. So I am a firm believer in events. I've always loved events in radio world. I love bringing people together. I think being able to look at somebody in their eye and talk about what's important to them, and you can really get a good idea of the type of people you want to work with.
Yeah. So events are a big part. I've been running events since 2019, effectively, but really just always knew that was kind of the foundation of what I wanted to do. I do a lot of events. I like you. I love doing them because you bring people together. You can literally, just the act of bringing people together in and of itself provides so much value above and beyond anything else that might be part of the event. So started running in 19, networking events, kind of got known for Nacho Average Happy Hour was the very first one that I rolled with. And then, we've done Mixed Mingle and Mastermind. It's all about creating a fun theme for an event, partnering with a charity as well, and then just providing an experience that provides not only high energy, but I always look at, with an event, there's like 3 things I want to ensure. Number 1, will people show up? Are they excited about it? Number 2, will they come back the next time when you do an event? And number 3, will they bring a friend the next time? And if you do that, then you get organic growth of your sphere and your network by doing the events consistently. And then just getting that, kind of reputation around it really really helps to just open doors. Like there's no better way, faster way, you could even argue, than to build influence and open doors than doing events.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
I noticed something the other day. So BaaD Marketing just moved into our first office space, and it's in a historic house in downtown historic Longwood. It's called the Fitch House. And we had an office warming, and I was upstairs doing something, and there was probably, 15 to 20 people downstairs talking. And I could feel the energy of the conversations, and I just sat there and listened and smiled. And when I walked downstairs, I saw the groups of people that were talking to each other that had never met before, that were having great conversations, that were finding things that they had in common. And it made me feel so happy that and again, I didn't realize, but it's energy of having a group together.
Yeah.
That is very, I don't know. Like I said, I love it. So I meant that you're the same, right?
Yeah, totally. And I had an opportunity recently. We did an event called Margarita Mix and Mingle back on May 1st. And that was a really interesting one because to the point of the energy, we didn't make it public. We actually had 6 people combining efforts, all bringing only their top 25 people. So that energy was like exponentially more present because you were getting like the most generous, appreciative, like high vibe people in the room. And
that makes me feel good because I had 2 of those people inviting me. So, you know what I mean? Or trying to get me involved. It's just, that was my husband and I 26th wedding anniversary, May 1st. And so obviously like we had, it's Thommy, it's my Thommy time.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, well, hey, we have to do another one. So
I'll come.
We need to do another one,
as long as it's not on our anniversary.
Yeah. That was really another thing. But the energy around the event, like that's what people leave with, is if they leave feeling more energized and you have energetic people in the room, then that's what really drives the ability for, they'll want to come back. They'll bring people. They love coming to your events. And that's the power of it. And so I watched recently the Undercover Billionaire show. I'm sorry. Yeah. Undercover Billionaire.
Is it a reality show?
A reality show. Right. And there were 3 billionaires. Grant Cardone was one of them. And what I loved was their challenge was to be dropped into a city with nothing but a vehicle, $100.
I've heard
and no contacts.
About this.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's really, really good. And all 3 of them, at some point, the objective was to build a business that could be valued at $1 million or more in 90 days from scratch, knowing no one in the city.
Wow.
Couldn't use their contacts or anything. All 3 of them hosted an event at some point in that process.
Did they make it?
Spoiler alert, yes.
Okay.
all three of them
made it?
All 3 of them made it. But it was so like looking at the throughput of what did they do? They went out, they built networks, they connected with people. Each of them did it in their own way, but they were able to, but it all had the same principles underneath it of it's about who you know and then do an event.
Right.
And that really was the foundation of the whole thing.
Yeah.
There were so many principles in that show that I think just shows that you apply that into real life and into what we do in the local area, and it all makes sense.
Yeah, even working in radio, like I love doing the events and having the jocks go out. And I mean, we used to, when I worked for JRR, Earth Day Birthday was one of our biggest events, and it's a concert event, and the energy that comes from a music event is unmatched by all means. So, but you have a big event coming up.
Yes, we do.
So I want to talk all about this because I have a surprise for you.
Yeah, so we have, this is so we have an event called Thrill the World. It is actually part of a global event that's been happening since 2007. And it is people all around the world in their local cities, in different cities, have a local organizer, and they come together and do Thriller, Michael Jackson's Thriller, at the same time around the world. so it's like it's super, super fun.
Do you have it like televised and different things from
that would
around
be the next
world?
level, would be to get to the actually have it like co-broadcast would be super cool.
That would be cool. Trying to figure out
Yeah.
the timing on that from around the world.
Yeah. So originally, it's always the Saturday before Halloween.
Okay. Well, that's good. There's always
Always the
dedicated.
same day, and then it's always the dances at 6 p.m. Eastern time.
You know what? Sorry to interrupt. We have to go to break. I'm
Okay.
sorry. So save
we come
that
back?
thought. Yep.
Okay.
When we come back, we'll have more BaaD Radio, so stay tuned. Welcome back, and this portion of the show is brought to you by Body Street of Winter Park. Experience EMS Fitness Studio, where it only takes 20 minutes a week to get a full body workout. Visit bodystreet.us for your free trial. Have you heard of Body Street before?
Street.
Okay.
I go to Body Street.
Okay, Stefan, I have to go after this, and I'm like, okay, they're gonna kick my butt.
We want to pump you up.
That's Stefan
That
right
is
there.
definitely him. they literally send a text that says exactly that. That's so funny.
Well,
oh my gosh.
We had him in here, and we had him saying it over and over again, and he really had no idea why he was saying it, but we were all dying laughing. Even him, he was cracking up. So
That is so perfect.
I adore Stefan, and
me
when
too.
it comes to the world of referrals, that man has sent us so much business because we do their social media management for the Winter Park, and then Winter Garden's on a hiatus, but they're about to open a Mount Dora location, and so we'll do that one as well. But love them, and like I said, he's been so kind to send us so many referrals. And I know that he means it from the heart because I know that he's the type of person that he's not just going to referral anybody. So it makes me feel very, very, very special. Okay, so we're here with Thommy Sandvick, and the name of his company is Upgrade Coaching, but we are in the middle of talking about an event that's coming up that's called Thrill the World. And he started to explain that it's basically a group of people in different places around the world that get taught the thrill. Well, I'll let you describe it. Okay.
Yeah. So we have one thrill day and time. It's 6 o'clock Eastern on the Saturday before Halloween, and we perform Thriller, and it happens all over the world. And people videotape it and then send that video in, and they kind of create like a collage of the entire world doing it. So we started. I learned Thriller originally in 2007, which was back when it first started. But I didn't have
Thrill the World started.
Yeah, that's back when Thrill the World first started. And Thrill the World was started to, and I think this is an important part of the message to get out, is like it was started by a dance instructor who just genuinely believes like anyone can dance, like anyone can learn to dance. And so she set out to do a world record for most people doing a dance in one location. She hit that record and then decided, like, let's try to do this on a worldwide level. Yeah,
Did she hit it with Thriller?
Yeah, she hit it with Thriller. She took the choreography and made it repeatable, but also simplified for anybody to be able to learn. The secret to it is it's not counts, it's words. So we don't go 1, 2, 3, and 4. We say shuffle back, hop, hop, forward.
Okay.
And that makes it easier for people to memorize it and get it into their get it into memory. So she really dumbed it down, made it simple for people to learn under that idea
Where is
that
she
anyone
at,
can
though?
dance. Canada.
Is
She's
she-
actually
okay.
Canadian, yeah.
Okay.
And so we really just she created that, and then it just kept, it has continued to go, got through COVID. And I wanted to do this. Once I started learning how to do events, I knew I wanted to do Thrill the World in Orlando.
How did you find out about it in the first place?
I was a mobile DJ. So I used to work at, first of all, I used to work at A-Tracks at Pleasure Island.
Love.
May it rest in peace. And and I kind of learned there to find myself a little bit. And then I became a mobile DJ when I went back home to La Crosse, Wisconsin. And I had a wedding on Halloween. And I thought, how cool would it be if I learned how to do Thriller for this wedding? So I don't know. I landed on it. I must have Googled. Did Google exist back then? I don't know. Somehow I landed on it, and I was like, oh my gosh! And then I learned it like within 2 weeks.
You probably got a videotape and just rewind, play.
Yeah,
rewind,
I stumbled
play.
across the video. Like she had the videos. I had to order a DVD of her teaching. So I had to get it in the mail. And then I remember putting it into the DVD in my little IT room. I was an intern at a investment company and learned it by just watching her videos because it wasn't on YouTube yet.
Right.
And it's, gosh, totally dating myself. So, so I learned it there, and then I just stumbled on it because we didn't have a local organizer or anything in La Crosse. And then when I started doing events, I knew I wanted to do it. And then I was so ready in 2020. Like, I came out of the gate, I was ready. I was lining things up because I knew I had the core skill to put on an event. And then, like, COVID happened.
Right. So do you have to like register with like a corporate or like to become part of the official Thrill the World team?
Yeah. So there's a registration process. Anybody can host in their own city. You could also potentially have multiple groups in a given city. So you just register with the corporate Thrill the World. They have a public event listing, and it's really helpful because we have people drive from Gainesville, Fort Myers, Tampa, Jacksonville. We have people come from all over the state because they know the name and they know about it and they've learned it, and then they come to Orlando.
Right.
So it's super cool.
What's the most dancers you've had so far?
37.
Nice.
37 on Thrill Day. So that was last year, which was the third year. So this year's the fourth year. And it's been an interesting progression. We're actually documenting the history and then going through it. But we basically... this year we have the YMCA in College Park. Leonard and Williams, Marjorie Williams YMCA is number one. They're hosting the event for us, which is awesome because we have the blessing of size. So we can literally have hundreds of zombies in the field that we're going to have. So that's super cool. They're doing 4 rehearsals a week for us. We're leading them, but they're hosting those. We also have the Avito Mall having rehearsals weekly. And then we just got the Orlando Regional Realtor Association on board.
Congratulations. That's awesome. So you have 3 different places to practice.
3 different places. And every week we have 5 rehearsals a week. And every other week we have 6 rehearsals a week.
Are you a trainer?
So, I do. I have a co-organizer, Scott Fajolek. And then he does most of them. And then I do one of them.
Okay.
So, yeah.
And,
we're a good team.
So the woman that initially started it, is she still in Canada? Is she still very active in it?
Yeah, she's still in Canada, but she's not really active in the organization anymore. She's still listed on the site, and like the original videos are from her, but she's not as involved anymore. I think she moved on to other projects, kind of thing. But
is there a website for Thrill the World?
Yeah, so the corporate one is thrilltheworld.com. The Orlando one is thrillorlando.com.
Okay.
And that's where we've got everything listed for the different rehearsals and all the information for
And are there some other things that are going on that same day? Can vendors come? And tell us about the day.
Yeah, so actual Thrill Day we'll have, we're going to have vendor tables so people can come there. Scott is also a DJ, so he does entertainment along the way. The aim is to have food trucks so people can have food. So we'll kind of have like a mix and mingle, hang out, talk to people. People come in makeup. Whether they're doing the dance or not, they're welcome to come in costumes. And then so the event will start at 4 o'clock on October 25th. And then around 5 o'clock, we start organizing the dancers a little bit. And then the dance is at 6, and then we're done at 6:30. And then we're going to go over to the Southern Box Company. That's kind of very close for kind of like the after hangout and chat kind of thing.
Gotcha. Very, very cool. Well, that's what I was going to surprise you with, and I'm surprising you right now, Thommy, is that I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna dance with Thommy. I talked to Carrie with Certified Best Roofing, and she's like, "I'm doing it." I'm like, you know what? If you're doing it, I'm doing it. So count me in as one of your dancers.
Let's go.
And I'm gonna just zombie out. I think I'm going to do like a Harvey Two-Face, or what half of my face is normal and the other half looks like it's melting.
Love it.
I don't know what I'm going to do about my costume.
It's perfect. It's so good.
And do you just do the performance once, or do you do it multiple times?
So we've done in the past where we do it one time with everyone that knows it, and then we invite people to come, and we'll do it a second time with the audio cues that we've learned from, so that people can kind of stumble along and once they've seen it and just participate a little bit. So we do that. And then we also do performances in the area. We have a couple performance opportunities. So we take our group and do other performances outside of the main Thrill event.
And the people that you have, are they repeat offenders? Do they come back all the time?
Yeah, they do. We have a good loyal following of people that once they learn it and then they come each year, get more involved, and That's what's super fun about it is like you get back together. It's like, oh, it's been a year. We're back and dancing and going to events, and it's a ton of fun.
Oh, the time goes by so
It
fast.
does.
All right. Well, we're going to run to break. We'll get back. We'll have more BaaD Radio, so stay tuned. Welcome back. And this portion of the show is brought to you by Ground Up Property Services. Do you know what your sprinkler system did last night? Probably not. So now's a good time to get your irrigation system serviced by Ground Up Property Services today. And be sure to ask for a call about a water sensor too so that your lawn doesn't get too much water. 407-468-4295 or visit groundupinc.net. We're actually in the process of building a new website. Last week I said a new logo. I was like, no, not a new logo, a new website for Ground Up. So that's going to be up and running soon. And that's going to look great. But Rick Hall and his team do a great job. So if you're a homeowner and your irrigation system's giving you issues, call Rick Hall. All right. So I am here with Thommy, and we've been talking about Thrill the World. And this is an event that is coming up here. And actually, tell everybody what the date is of it.
Yeah, this year, it's October 25th.
Okay, October 25th.
Yep,
and that's a Saturday. It's always the Saturday prior to Halloween, and that could be like, Halloween could be on a Sunday, and it's still going to be the Saturday before.
Yeah.
So it varies.
Those are the challenging years a little bit because you're definitely have to compete with a lot of events. The further out from Halloween it is, the better. So this is a great year for that.
Right.
Yeah.
So how does the day go along? Tell me about the day when it starts and how the whole event happens.
Yeah, so we do. We start at 4:00.
4 p.m.
4 p.m. And then people come. There's entertainment. We're going to have the objective is to have a zombie station, like for people to get makeup put on if they don't have makeup. So we're gonna have a photo booth this year as well, so people can take pictures. We'll have food trucks and music playing. Scott is also a DJ, my co-organizer, so he'll have that going. And then everything kind of just leads up towards there's a lot of picture taking, a lot of smiles, and a lot of basically networking at the end of the day, having food, enjoying the time. Last year we had a creative sort of area. So people that have creative projects, we had a gratitude wall so you could write something you're grateful for and put it up on this big wall. So that was kind of cool. So we try to bring those elements in as well. It is family friendly. I want to make sure everyone knows, we have kids, 6 years old dressed up like Billie Jean. It's so cool. That'll come. It's so adorable. So it's all ages as well. And then we lead up to, we start organizing things around 5:30 or 5 to 5:30. And then at 6:00, we do the dance.
Very
and then
nice.
After that, again, it's mainly just a lot of pictures and chatting.
A lot of celebrating.
Yeah, a lot of celebrating, just having fun, and then we move on, and then we go from there. So we end at 6:30 overall. So just a fun event to come out, celebrate, Michael Jackson's work as well, because it's a big part of the event. Ultimately, is
it's like a tribute almost.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It really. See, now here comes the waterworks. It really is it really is about, because that's what Thrill the World was founded on. Is it's not. Yes, everyone can dance, but why you can pick anything? Why pick Michael Jackson's Thriller? And it's about, we're going to have the charity component. We're working on that part as well in terms of who that charity is going to be this year. We really want to find the right partner for that. So people will be bringing stuff for that. So we're contributing with charity, and then you're bringing people together through the power of his music. And I think that this year in particular, we have these communities that are helping promote or hosting it. Either they're promoting the main event or they're hosting, rehearsals for us. So you have the whole YMCA community. Then you have the Avito Mall and their resources and being so generous in helping us with that. And then you have the Orlando Regional Realtor Association bringing the real estate community together for it. And it's like you have these three communities all being brought together. Why? Michael's music, right? So it's super cool this year to really start to see that play out at a bigger level.
Well, with the Oviedo Mall, they seem to have found their niche.
Yeah,
because they were struggling. I've gone to the Oviedo Mall forever, and now they've kind of they found a place where they do regular events, and people come to the events. It's amazing people watching. And
Yeah.
you can get some of the coolest handmade jewelry. And some people are, it's like, I don't want to call it ghouls and goals, but you know what I mean? It's like a certain type of lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if you know the owner, is it Ducky's? Owner of Ducky's. He, Tom and I just got to know him because I bought some furniture from in there, and he's the one who owns the store that sells the old records and the vintage stuff and everything.
Yeah.
And every time we go there, he said, we got another event coming, and they do really, really well.
Yeah.
So I'm super happy that the Oviedo Mall has found a place where they fit, and they found like I said, they found their spot in the community.
And it's such a perfect fit because they do a big Halloween event. We're going to be performing at their Halloween event. So we'll have some of the zombie tribe there for that. And so it's a great fit, for sure. So yeah, they've been great to work with.
And this was something I was saying to you over break is, okay, so my son is 18 and he just left for college, and my daughter's 21 and she just moved out. And so Tom and I find ourselves as empty nesters really, really, really quick. And this morning I was thinking about it because normally we would have a house full of activity on the weekend. And I'm like, you know what? I'm like, we don't have that life anymore. And so I'm like, I think I want to do something outside of my comfort zone, something outside of what I would normally do. So I was toying around with it, and then I called Carrie, and she said she was doing it. And the fact that you're so passionate about it, that is really kind of like what gets me is like when people feel passionate about something, I'm incredibly intrigued by that. And that's one of the reasons why I love doing this show.
Yeah.
Is because when people start talking about what they're passionate about, they get a glow. They start to glow, and they get this smile, and then you can get them talking, and
and then crying, but it's okay.
I think it's sweet. But tell me what triggers that emotion.
Yeah. I've been trying to sort through that for quite a while. I think it's that, growing up, I was a kid that would pop in my VHS of Men in Black, and I would watch the music video at the end. I was a huge Will Smith fan, and I taught myself the Men in Black dance way, way, way back. And, somewhere along the line, I lost that confidence to dance, even though I just loved it. And so what's happened is just, I really love seeing the transformation that comes out in people when they get out of their comfort zone through the vehicle of dance and music. And I mean, when you think of dance and music being put together, is there any better connection than Michael Jackson? So
no,
I think that's really, I'm realizing even more as we're doing the classes, how much seeing the growth, and like the first class people are trying to figure it out. And then by the second class, they're more confident, and that just keeps to come. And then now we're seeing where we'll get to the end of class, and people will go through the whole routine without the audio cues that we were using right from the first time that they're in class. And it's so inspiring to see that growth and their willingness to just not be afraid.
Right.
And I think that's the core thing. And you look, so I'm just so passionate about the transformation that gets created as a result of people learning this and just doing something fun.
Right.
We don't do enough fun things. Life should be fun.
I agree.
My mantra is party your way to success. And that's really what, I am doing my best to be a role model of that statement. So through the events and helping other people do it too. And if you can find a passion, something you're super passionate about, like you said, people will come all around just because you're lit up around it.
Yeah.
And
it's an energy draw.
Yeah,
it's like a glowing energy that you just want to get closer and closer to.
Yeah. And even in the progression for me was in the past, I would have been far more afraid to put on my Michael Jackson costume, put on full makeup, and show up at a B&I chapter and do the Thriller dance. That is outside of the comfort zone. And last year, the truth is, I almost did it last year and I chickened out.
Did you
and
really?
I didn't do it. Yeah. I was in costume on my way to a visitor day at another chapter, and I chickened out and didn't do it. I wasn't there. This year, the passion is so much bright. It's so much.
Well, it was perfect because you had the 2 minutes.
Yes. Thank you, Carrie. Shout out to Carrie for handing me the 2 minutes. That's definitely a Carrie. I mean, the truth is, like, just to go down that road a minute, like, Carrie is the one that got the Vito connection. Carrie is also a sponsor for Thrill the World. Carrie also gave me the 2 minutes. So I love Carrie. She's been awesome.
Superstar.
Yeah.
We got to go to break
I
again.
know.
So we still have one more segment to
right.
talk. So everybody stay tuned. We have more BaaD Radio coming up. Welcome back to the show, and this portion of BaaD Radio is brought to you by Frogger's Grill and Bar. Looking for a place to go with friends or meet new ones? Then you're looking for Frogger's Grill and Bar, and with 4 great locations, there is bound to be one near you. And don't miss out on Frogger's amazing menu where everything is fresh, never frozen. Oviedo, Mount Dora, Popka, and Altamont Springs. And be sure to visit Froggers.com for more info. Frogger's Grill and Bar, hopping with food and fun.
Yeah, boy.
Right. You know what I tried to do, Thommy, this morning is recite what's his face? Darkness falls across the land.
Oh, yes.
The
yes.
midnight hour is close at hand. Creatures, I couldn't get much farther than
Creatures
that.
crawl in search of blood to terrorize
Your neighborhood.
Yeah. You would think I'd have it memorized by
Huh?
now.
Vincent Price. Yeah. So what was it? Creatures come from what?
Yeah, I don't remember either.
Okay. Falls across the land.
I am pushing myself this year. I'm sure I will have it. I'm pushing myself this year because I know the dance so well over all these years. It's just built into me. So now I'm like, well, can I lip sync to the lyrics while I do the dance, right? And then can I add a little bit more flair? So like I'm really pushing myself this year to just improve the skill behind the whole thing.
Okay.
So.
Well, talk to Carrie and I. We'll come up with some ideas for you.
Yes, I love it.
But it does boil down to the passion, and you made a good point over the break is that you know your vibe attracts your tribe.
Yeah, your vibe attracts your tribe 100%.
And yes, and I believe in that. And some people might like giggle. Oh, he's doing the Thriller dance.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, why not?
Why not? Yeah. It's definitely I've definitely learned over the years of like people are either like, yes, I love it, or maybe not in this particular thing, but it's just like, okay, well, you know, whoever wants to come can come, and that's okay. And but here's what I found really interesting about all of this, and it plays into networking and everything else. Is like, so I was at an event with Michael J. Mayer. He's a speaker, author of The 7 Levels of Communication, and which is the book that I largely coach from. And he, you know, I was there with him helping out at the table. Someone comes over to me, we start a conversation, and they're like, oh, so what do you do? You know, are you full-time training and coaching, or do you also do real estate? Was kind of the underlying thing. I said, nope, full-time training and coaching, and I host Thrill the World. This was literally a year ago, so Thrill the World was coming up. What's that? Well, it was the Thriller event, da-da-da. And wow, that's so cool. They start asking me more about it. Then the next person comes over, and they're like, hey, this is Thommy with an H. He does Thriller. And then the next person comes over, and it's like, oh, this is Thommy with an H. And all of a sudden, I'm getting referred like and connected on the basis of he does Thriller. Like never mind all the other things. And they do. They also Thommy with an H. Which, there's a whole story behind that. But it's so that it's really interesting how that becomes the thing that people will latch onto. And it's like, find your uniqueness. And it takes not only time but confidence to bring that out over, you know, to bring out that confidence sometimes, but you find that thing that you're known for and you just freaking own it. And when you do that, the right people will be attracted to you, because you don't need everyone to like you or to refer you or to network with you. You find the ones that do, that can become raving fans, and then you can build off of that, you know, because it's like, okay, you're training and coaching, but how do you actually build a business off this? Well, you're building a tribe, and just being an example of like part of your way to success, or of building a business that feeds your family and feeds your soul. So this is the feeds my soul part of building the business, you know,
right?
Ultimately.
Yes, definitely. Because it's not like you're going to becam a millionaire off of it.
Yeah.
Maybe someday. You never know. You might meet the right partner that's like, you know what, I'm going to fund this, and we're going to make it like a huge event in Central Florida or something. You never know. You never know what's going to but you turn the page and what's going to happen.
Yeah, like when I got the connection to the mall, I told Michael Mayer about it, and he's like, that could be $1 million referral. I said, tell me more. He said, well, do you know how Britney Spears got started? No, he's
No.
like, she's not a great singer, but she's a good dancer. She started at malls.
Dancing at
Right?
malls.
Dancing at malls, building through there. They would promote those events at malls, and that's what ultimately like caught her on and grew her up to where she is. And so, and
I did hear she
like-
was part of the Mickey Mouse Club, though.
but to get there, started in the malls,
Yeah.
right? To leading to the next thing. So, when you just find that thing you're passionate about, it attracts resources and starts to open doors and builds influence and all those other things where you don't know where it can take you, but it is part of the journey of getting to where you want to go.
Right. Well, I absolutely love that you have passion and that this means so much to you. And it's not just the thrill, the thrill of the world. It is your passion for helping people learn how to grow their business through networking, through referral. And because, networking is not easy for a lot of people.
Yeah.
You have to really, really step out of your comfort zone if you are not an outgoing person. And so is that some of the things that you really do is you teach people how to get into these conversations with people when normally they would sit in the corner and like sip on their wine or whatever? Yeah.
So it may be surprising, but I'm actually an introvert. Like I can turn it on, but then like I am dead to the world after I've been at a networking event, and I manage energy more than anything else. So I understand, the natural outgoing people that work a room, like it's easy for usually what they need is just the strategy to really hone that. Whereas the introverts need to know how to get to the most impactful people, how to have the conversation and then have a next step and then get out. And they're going to be much happier in that scenario. Right. And even when it comes to hosting events, it doesn't have to be like, yes, I have Thrill the World. Yes, it's going to be big, but it didn't start that way. And that's only because I have a desire to make it big. If I wanted to do small, there's people that do small, intimate events that is not big. Terry Mandigo does largely small, intimate events. And that's how she grows her business because she's not one to put on a couple 100-person event. So it really is just making it work for you. But that's the beauty behind it, is that you can take strategies and make them align those strategies with your authenticity. And when you do that, you get a really powerful combination.
I noticed that as I've gotten older, I actually prefer smaller groups versus I do get what do the kids call it? Overload or stimulus overload sometimes, and I'm kind of like you. After an event, I'm kind of like mentally, but I mean, if you think about it, like if you're in a room and there's so much energy going on, you're absorbing and exerting energy all at the same time. And so after my little office warming, I slept so hard that I couldn't get up the next day.
Yep, that's definitely it. Like we actually teach people when you do an event exactly that. Sometimes there's follow-up to do, but that follow-up focus on electronic and just don't bother talking to people the next day. Like
give
rest.
yourself a break.
I did to rest and recharge.
I didn't do it intentionally, but I'm really glad that it happened that way. So I didn't have a whole lot to do that next day. Just run some simple errands and things like that. I felt bad for my poor daughter, Anna. She had BNI that next morning. And I was like, oh bless
man,
your
that's
heart.
tough.
But you know what? She's younger. She's got more energy than I do.
It is a thing, I think, as you get older, because I have felt the same, where it's just feeling more like 2019 me, I was out doing everything. And then 2020 happened, and that's sort of what made me realize, like, wow, I was running on empty more than I realized. And then I was like, now I'm so much more careful about energy's everything. It's all about energy management. At the end of the day.
Absolutely. So we're coming towards more of the end of the show. So why don't you go ahead and give everybody, so are you looking for sponsors? Talk about the sponsor opportunities.
Yeah, we're looking for sponsors for the event. Absolutely. We have a tiered system. So we're trying to make something that can be budget friendly to everybody. We're looking for sponsors, volunteers, obviously dancers. More zombies is great. So all of that's on thrillorlando.com. And then I am always looking for speaking opportunities. So I love to speak. My motto is have clicker, will speak. So I'm always looking for speaking. Just get out there and share the goodness.
And how do people get in touch with you?
So the best way is probably social. Well, if you go to joinupgrade.com, I have my links to my social media on there.
Okay. Okay.
It's just a link tree.
Excellent. And if you'd like some more information about being featuring your business on our BaaD Radio, please email me at angela@baadmarketing.com. And a huge thank you to you, Thommy, with an H, for being our guest. And a thank you to our sponsors. And thank you for tuning in. Have a great week, everyone. And remember to support local.